Okay, I think I figured it out. Got it all working. So okay. Sorry, it was taking a long time for YouTube Studio to connect to my phone. I had to reset some things, but it's working now. So I'm all moving. All right. How are you, David? How's it going? In the meantime, for day, I I personally just woke up from a nap. I was not intending to take a nap just before starting this, but it's hot and it was a long day at work, so things happen. So I'm a little out of it still, but I'm slowly waking up. Today I'm just gonna try to do testing the Elgato that I have set up. Oh, nice! I've heard good things about that show. That's fine. I'm just gonna be testing things here. Uh, back to the Land of Awakeness. Yeah, I luckily I woke up just in time. I woke up like at what 6:58 or 59. So thankfully I didn't sleep through the time I said I would schedule it for. Yeah, feel free to lurk. That's fine. I'm just gonna be testing things like normal. Just making sure that the Elgato works, which it clearly does. And maybe playing some old N64 games. But have fun watching Kaguya. I've heard nothing but good things. I haven't seen it myself, but it looks like a good show. Also, let me know if any of the audio is too loud. I think I might turn the
Good shot!
That's so wonderful.
Okay. Okay, that's a little better. A little better now? I lowered it a bit. Also, what I think I just realized. I think for the thumbnail I uploaded, I used Mario Tennis, not Mario Golf. Whoops.
Good shot!
That's so wonderful.
Is it still loud, David?
Nice shot!
Good shot.
That's right. Hopefully that's better. Okay. Close enough on the thumb. Yeah, that's why I didn't notice. They're all the same characters. It's all sport of some kind. I meant to put golf because golf is the sport that Luigi famously, well, famously, but to me famously, kicked my butt at one sleepless summer morn last year, I think it was. I also have no idea how to play Mario Golf, so that's probably why he kicked my butt so hard. That being said, I have not learned how to play the game any more than I have since then. But I'm gonna try again to beat him. I think this is the third or fourth time I've rematched him. So, despite not practicing and despite not knowing what I'm doing, I will beat him. Trust. I think it's the first. Nope, I'm playing against myself. That's not what I meant to do. Can't give up on first stroke. Okay, well, hit the ball.
Oh no!
That's weird, though. I don't know stuff. Okay, there we go. It doesn't count as a defeat. Doesn't count. Oh, nope, okay, it's just gonna... There you go, that'll be faster. Okay, no safety.
Here we go.
It should be this, okay. Hello, an okay guy? Welcome in. I think Hero calls you Andy, right? Am I thinking of the same person? Welcome in. Nice to see you there. We're trying to settle a blood feud against Luigi and Golf, the sport I know nothing about. He has kicked my butt several times. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing. So, I'm just gonna be pressing buttons and hoping I eventually win. Every time. What button is it? There we go, that's the one. Oh my god, these Joy-Con. They're drifting, but they're a little loose. You know what? We just full send it. Don't ask questions, just send it. Okay, it kind of worked out. It kind of did.
Nice on.
Every time.
Nice shot. Nice on.
Swear to God, if he gets it already.
Nice birdie. Yeah. All right.
This is the first character you have to unlock, by the way. This is the beginning stage. Okay. Yeah, that's about right. Wait, it just ends? Oh, that's right. It's not full sport, it's just who wins each. Well, that's a good start. It's a fantastic start.
Nice on.
Oh my god. Or no?
Nice on.
Okay, I'll take that. What did he just say? Did any of you catch what he said? Sink to win. Not ridiculous, like it's a little bit. That might be a little too much. Or not enough. Okay. That's cool. Still me. Hopefully that's good. Really? Well, I lost this one, too.
Oh.
No way Luigi does get it here. Yep.
Nice on.
This is about as well as it normally goes.
Nice shot.
What is he called? I'm always baffled at how the beginning CPU nails every shot. Like, they can give you a little bit of a break and make a CPU, like, occasionally mistime something. Like, occasionally. Hey, finally got one.
Nice shot. Nice on. Nice shot. Nice on.
Or, okay, I'm not making this, but I'm gonna try. Oh, better butter for this? Well, when I said I didn't know what I'm doing, I do not know what I am doing. Conservative evidence enough. I guess I'm not the only one who messed up. Uh. Are you just taunting me now, Luigi? Copying my same mistakes?
Bogey.
I feel like Luigi's just making fun of me at this point.
Bogey.
Yeah, well, at least we tied.
Mamma mia.
Better than losing. Uh-oh, what happened to my head? Oh, okay, it's back.
Nice shot.
That's why I don't. But I have to beat Luigi eventually. One day I will beat him. I don't think that day is today. One day it will happen. What the? If I press L, suddenly grass just shoots up. What's up with that? Not account for wind, but it's fine. Oh, goodness gracious. Safe place to put it. Could have gone better. Oh my god. Did I just miss? What the heck happened there? Well, I'm not winning this one. Oh, a little hit. Here we go. Oh boy. That was probably way too much, or not enough, or... I can never tell. Sink to 1G, I wonder what it's gonna do. Miss. I think he's still like 2 or 3 ahead of me. Yeah. Why did I choose to do this? What is going on, Luigi? Why are you so loud? The wind? Okay. Oh, that's it. Nope, nope, not that much. Not that much. Nope, 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 no, 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 no. Joy-Con, please. Yeah, we'll settle with that. Well, at least Luigi's shot was worse. I don't think I want to do something. Oh, okay. That's still way too much. Yeah, that's far, game. That's too far. But sure. We'll try. Goes down to the left, down a little bit to the right, but not very far on this. Okay, that was actually not terrible from shot. Oh, oh. Okay, not bad. For my standards. First, Luigi's gonna sink it. No, we might have tied on this one too. Okay, the best I can do is tie. But that's still not great. Hmm. Okay, okay. I can work with that. Split up. Hey, okay, I actually did well for once. I actually won one. That's incredibly rare. I just need to win like 8 more. Oh boy. Do I see a win on here? What falls on the trait? Oh. Hmm. Okay, that's exciting, I guess. Okay, let's see. That might be too much. I always think it's too much and then it's never enough.
Bogey.
I think that's a tie? Unless he misses somehow. Oh, no, okay. He looks so sad. Oh, little shy guy. Wish you could play as a shy guy. Camera? Okay, there you go. That. At this point, I'm just sending it until I get close to the flag. Not much thought on that. Probably why I'm always losing. Brute force. What'll happen eventually? That was way too much. Yep. There. Okay, well, marginally, not really. Yeah.
Nice approach.
I think next time I try against Luigi, I'm gonna. Oh my god. Try to learn the game a little more than not at all. I'm just being stubborn at this point. Oh, you've gotta be kidding.
Nice par.
Hi, Amy. Reckon I'll stream. That's okay. Good to see you. I think, yeah, I know you're streaming too, so. Thanks for popping in, though. Glad to see you. Oh my god.
Nice on.
Ball flew like it had a jet engine attached to it. Didn't even know you could have that happen. Oh, that's not. That's way worse than I'm about to go. Well, not terrible. If I can get this in, we have a chance. Okay. Par. That's far better than normal. Okay, we still tied. So, no progress. This is probably not the most thrilling thing to watch. It's just me getting the snot kicked out of me again by Luigi. It's almost over. The pain is almost over. We'll get our revenge one day. Control it, control it, control it. Can you work with me? There you go. That's all I need to know. Okay. Oop. Oh no. Oh no. What is he doing? Oh, I am so screwed. But you know what? Lean into it and shoot through the trees. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Probably something like that. That's probably among the worst that could happen. But we never second guess ourselves. Double down and we continue to hit through the trees. This is why I always lose. But you know what? It's not as fun. It's not as fun to play smart. See? It works out in the end. It always works out. I have some words for you, Luigi, and they're not nice. But I'm gonna reserve them for off. I have some words. You know what? We're already gonna lose, so we might as well take a creative strategy. Right? Okay, that didn't go very well. I swear to God. He's like one of my favorite Mario characters, but he shows no mercy to me when we're playing golf with Mario. So what the hell is going on with this trajectory? Oh my God. I'm in the deep rough. Okay. I'm gonna try to shoot it over this hill right here. I put myself in this mess. I'm gonna find a way out. Or Luigi would have went first. The trajectory is just going so far below that. Or right, whatever. It's just... Where is this gonna go? Honestly, not bad. It took like 4 extra shots to get here, but I mean, we got there. We're not gonna win. So points for style. I think. Oh, good thing he messed it up too. Wait, he gets to go. Oh. Okay, admittedly, I was not expecting to win that one. I kind of intentionally took the road less traveled, so to speak. But honestly, it was closer than I thought it was gonna be. Oh, I'm gonna play a game I'm good at next time, because this is a little demoralizing, but that's okay. Oh! Hi, Amy. Thanks for the raid. Wait, I can actually do a shout out now. Uh-oh. Oh, that's Luigi. How do I do this? How do I do this? Gotta make sure I spell the name right. Hold on. Yeah, play. Did it work? Okay, let's try this one. There we go. Yeah, I sometimes for some commands you need the at, sometimes you don't. I'll just use the other one for now until I figure it out. Yeah, thanks for the raid, Amy. I'm glad you could show up too. How was? Oh well, this command doesn't tell me what you were playing, but I think you were playing Balatro. Balatro? How was that? I've only watched people play some of it. I don't know too much about it other than that it's like a roguelike with card games, right? If I understand that correctly. It's like a poker roguelite or something like that. How's that? It looks interesting. Super fun, really addictive. Yeah. I love roguelites. I used to play a ton of Binding of Isaac back in the day. Like a ton. So I was interested in it at first. But I know that if I start playing some of those games, that's like that'll eat up all of my time. As the person who plays a lot of gacha as it is. I don't know. It looks fun. Binding of Isaac. So yeah, I think I'm not even paying attention to golf at this point. I'm just hitting buttons and seeing where I go. I remember playing the original Binding of Isaac back before it was, I think it was Rebirth was the overhaul. So this was like a very, very, very long time ago. And I played it a ton through college. I only had a laptop with me for the first few years. So that was like the only game I could play. Good times. I kind of thought about going back to playing some of it. Maybe I will, but they've added like 2 or 3 expansions since then. And then when I watch someone like Northern Lion play it, well, I don't think he's played it recently. I realize I don't recognize like half of the items or bosses anymore. So I'm just like, okay, well, it's almost a different game at this point. You got all of the achievements in OG Binding of Isaac? Oh. Respect on that one. That's probably a doozy. I haven't taken a look at the achievements, but I can only imagine that that's not something for the faint of heart. Especially because the OG game was harder than Rebirth in my opinion. Like way harder. Rebirth just added a ton of like really strong and frankly kind of overpowered items. And then there's just all sorts of crazy new stuff. Maybe I will do Binding of Isaac at some point. The entire depths with no damage. Oof. I feel like I could do that in Rebirth, but an OG Binding of Isaac, no. Maybe I'll do that. I'm still trying to come up with stream ideas. I have a few games that I want to start doing like full playthroughs of, but I want to wait for like I want to wait on that for things to get more established. Like in terms of like how I have the stream set up and all that. But I do have a few games I'm definitely going to start playing through fully at some point. Oh, okay, right over there. One of the games I do want to play, 'cause I was wondering this. It's okay. I have a chance. It's kind of like a murder mystery thing, but I had. So the thing is that like I already know who did it and like what happens, so it's not a surprise to me, but it's a game that I love. So would that still be interesting to watch if I play through that? I'm obviously not going to spoil anything, but it's a really fun game. It's jank, but in a good way. Um, would it be interesting if I play through that, even though I already know what's gonna happen? Like, it's not gonna be a surprise to me. And holy crap, I actually want to. I'm trying to focus on so many things at once. Yeah, enjoyable to watch someone enjoy a game. So I'm thinking, I'm thinking that'll probably be the first game I play. I'm trying to keep it a surprise, but it was a fairly niche game. It got a lot more eyes on it when I got a sequel. Yeah, that's particularly why I want to play it. It's because it's such a wacky game. Um, Frankly, it's really wacky and it does some very unexpected things at the end there. So I kind of want to see other people's reaction to it. Like it's one of those games that I like to show other people as well, just because of how janky nonsense it is. It's a fun game in those so bad it's good kind of worlds. So that's yeah I'm okay. I think I'm gonna definitely do that as probably the first game I played fully through. Oh my god, throw down wrong button. Oh, okay. I'm not. I'm. It's worth noting I'm not pressing any button right now. So Joy, that's all the Joy-Con doing its own thing. There we go. That and there's some other stuff I want to set up for the future. Uh, so one thing I always do around my birthday is I always play Ocarina of Time just because it's my favorite game. And it was the first game I ever played as a wee little lad. First game I ever beat. It's just one of my all-time favorites. So I thought about streaming that, but considering how much I know about the game and like how I always play it every year, I thought maybe it would get a little tiring just watching me like speed run it all the time, or like not all the time, but at a yearly basis or whatever. That's exactly where I'm going, David. So I was thinking I was gonna start streaming a Ocarina of Time randomizer this year, and do that instead. Because I've never actually done a randomizer, but I feel like that's a good way to keep it fresh and keep it interesting. So it's not just me knowing the solution to every puzzle immediately because I've done it 80 times, and remembering how to go through all the dungeons because I've done them 80 times. Yeah, okay, Luigi kicked my butt as expected. Today is not my vengeance day. This is the tutorial character, by the way. Yes, I've seen some of those ROM hacks too, and I want to do them as well. So, I'm definitely going to do a randomizer. Yeah, the blood feud continues. So I'm going to do a Zelda randomizer as well. Sorry, it's been a long day, so my brain wires are still very crossed, so I'm going to be jumping from topic to topic a lot. I also want to do, when October rolls around, I love to play horror games. So I want to do like a horror game marathon of like a bunch of probably more indie horror games because those tend to be some of the more interesting ones. But I love horror games. So, well, thanks for the follow, Kyle. I don't know if did a notification show up for that? I don't see one on my end. Did you guys see a notification? I'm trying to make sure the notifications work, and I don't think they do. Yeah, so I want to do a horror game marathon in October. I already have some games lined up for that. You didn't see a notification? Okay, I'll have to fix that. I don't know why it hasn't been working. I can simulate them just fine, but when actual streams they seem to not. I'll figure that. Oh, so that was you, Amy? I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Just make sure you tell him that you did that too. Okay, so let's see. So I'm obviously terrible at Mario Golf. I'm gonna switch games now because I'm obviously garbage. The internet's held together with strings and they're frayed. Honestly, this stream setup is kind of a miracle that it's working as well as it does. So it doesn't surprise me that some things like that don't work. Like, I'm amazed that half of the things that you see right now are actually working. So, you know, if anything, this stream is also held together by tape glue and hopes and dreams, but it seems to not be failing, so I'll take it. Speaking of, let's do Zelda. Why not? We'll just play through a little bit of Zelda. And change category, because I can remember to do that now. Okay. This game brings back so many memories. I think I started playing this game when I was like, I want to say like 3 years old? Before I could even read. Like, way before I could even read. Well, I don't know. But definitely before I could read. Which is why I like the original name I put in and the name that I would always use. I can't speak either. I would always use for test files is just A. Yeah, I wish there were a way to speed that up on this. So we're just gonna sit through the long speech. But I guess I can talk a little bit about Ocarina of Time while that's all going on. As a kid, I got stuck on the Deku Tree, the dungeon, because, you know, not being able to read, there was some stuff like the password that they give you. Yeah, the password that they give you, I couldn't remember that because I couldn't read what they were saying. So the first many tries at this game was when I was like too young to really understand the dialogue or what was happening, so I pretty much never made it past the Deku Tree. It wasn't until like maybe a year or two later that I was able to make it further, and once I was able to, you know, put together what was going on. But I remember, yeah, there's certainly some jank in it, but it's the Nintendo 64. I expect jank, whether it's a good emulation or not. I expect jank. 23 is number one ticket. Yeah, and the funny part is they use that I think a few times in the series overall. 231 is the, like, I think a puzzle in Skyward Sword also references it, where the order is 231. And there are, I think, a few other puzzles in later games that also have that exact same solution. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so like, so a short story time. Young little Alpha, would always wake up at like 4 or 5 a.m. to start playing Ocarina of Time, and I would go to my dad to wake him up so he could set up the game for me. OOT. That would have been really cool. That would have been a nice little reference to have OOT 321. Actually, I wonder if we could do that as a vanity too. That'd be a nice little one. What was I saying? Yeah. So I would wake my dad up in the morning to set up the Nintendo 64, because I didn't figure out until many years later we had a modded Nintendo 64. Because the Nintendo 64 famously does not use discs to play games, it uses cartridges. Ours used discs. In hindsight, that's a pretty good indicator that ours was a modded Nintendo 64. But at some point, he had to put in a rule that I had to wait until 6 a.m. to wake him up to set up the Nintendo 64. So, like, I would wake up at, like, 4 or 5 a.m. and just, like, stare at the clock, waiting for it to be 6 a.m. so I could go wake him up and start playing Ocarina of Time. And not make any progress, but boy, did I have fun. I have a lot of fun memories with this game. That's why it's my favorite game. I play it every year. I love it to death. I love this game. Although, notably, I don't particularly care for the child section of the game. The adult section's really fun, but the first 3 dungeons are kinda okay. But all the temples are really cool. And I was able to get through that whole story before the tutorial, before the dialogue is still done. How have you never played Ocarina of Time? It's such a good game. Like, such a revolutionary game, too. Like, it's basically set up a lot of the systems for 3D action games. Like Z-targeting. Oh, this does not feel good on Joy-Con. Bongo? That's pretty far, though. That's almost done. That's almost done. But I'm glad you made her play Ocarina of Time. It's one of those games that I think everyone should experience. Oh, Sega Kid. That explains it. That explains it. Bongo Bongo. Bongo Bongo has a really cool design. And that, like, there's actually a lot of, like... There's a lot of implications in his design with, like, lore and all that stuff. The fact that he's basically like a floating body with like a severed head and severed hands in the Dark Temple, and the history of the Dark Temple, Shadow Temple, not Dark Temple. I was not paying attention to you, Sarah, but that's fine. I know what to do. Yeah, he's honestly one of my favorite bosses design wise. As far as the fight goes, it's kind of okay, but his design is really cool. Yes, the Ocarina of Time 3D remake or port, I guess. Not only does that for the Water Temple, so you don't have to like. Oh, I can't look those up yet. So not only do you not have to pause the game to constantly switch boots, but the main reason why a lot of people hated the Water Temple was because of one specific key that was like really hard for that was really hard for people to find because it's like underneath the platform that you raise, and it doesn't occur to a lot of people to look underneath that platform. And in the 3D remake, when you raise that platform, they actually added a camera pan to that platform and a little sneak peek at the fact that there's something underneath it, making it a lot easier to tell that there's a passageway underneath there. So with the game actually pointing to you that there's a key down there, makes the Water Temple a lot more bearable, because that key was the bane of so many people I know's existence trying to find. Let me see. Can we catch up on chat? The boss in Wind Waker that's similarly designed. I think it's the Tower of the Gods boss. I like that design too, but I think Bongo Bongo does it better for aforementioned lore reasons. But I do like them both. It's just as a boss, it's kind of it's kind of a simple boss, you know, shoot hands, shoot eye. I like how Wind Waker added the bomb element to it, but Bongo Bongo is a boss that I like purely thematically. Outside of that, is not. It's just okay. You built a gallery in Wind Waker, so that's that's crazy impressive. Because that's a lot of grinding and side questing. That's props to you, Amy. I love Zelda's still my favorite franchise too. I've played all of them. I have beaten all but I think Oracle of Seasons and Zelda 2. Or I'm just walking around at this point. I've beaten all of them except for those two. I've 100%ed most of the ones I've beaten. I haven't done the gallery in Wind Waker, but I did everything else. 100%ed Ocarina of Time several times. Wind Waker, outside of the gallery. Majora's Mask, 100%ed a few times. I think the first one I 100%ed was Minish Cap or Twilight Princess. Zelda 2 is very hard. Even with the guide, that game is really, really hard. Well, okay, this is hard to joke on. Zelda 1, I did 100%, but I also used a guide for the 100% on that, because you kind of have to these days, otherwise it will take you forever to figure everything out. I did see a video on that, Amy. I did see that. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the speedrun or anything. But I did see a Zelda speedrunner talking about an updated speedrun, and they had posted a React video. I don't really watch that kind of stuff, but I am interested in seeing what changed. I don't speedrun Ocarina of Time because I don't really do glitches and stuff like that. I just purely go off the memory and just but I might learn some things for the randomizer if I do that. I don't know why I can't pick up those rocks. I've seen some crazy glitches in Ocarina of Time. I don't know how people figured that out. I don't really know how people figured that out. I don't know how to do a lot of them, but they look fun. If I do a randomizer, I'll probably do glitchless. It should say Ocarina of Time. I updated it on my end. How about now? Did it change? Okay, it changed on my end. Like, I actually pulled up the stream and it's working, so. Okay, good, good. Also, sorry if I seem a little scatterbrained today. That's what happens when it's a long day at work. My brain goes all over the place. So, I might be jumping around in conversation a lot. Sorry about that. Just how the brain works sometimes. That's kind of what I'm thinking about doing too with the randomizers glitchless, but randomizing just about everything. Like, I like it when the music is randomized and the dialogue is randomized. Like, they don't affect the gameplay, but it's always funny to see what happens. And I like the settings where you can replace... What is ZFG? I'm pretty sure you guys know more about Zelda randomizers than I do. What is ZFG? Oh, okay, okay. And actually, I've watched a little bit of Majin Phil too, Amy. So that's where almost all of my speedrun knowledge comes from, is like the few videos of his that I've watched. I want to see more randomizers where people randomize. Oh, hi, Tommy. Welcome in. Yes, I'm finally streaming. It is incredibly scuffed, and I'm still working on most things, but I wanna start doing some things. So what you're seeing right now is very much a work in progress. Wait, there was a notification? Oh, thanks for the follow, Tommy. I didn't see the notification, but I'll take it. Oh, I appreciate that, though. I appreciate you still listening in. And apparently my notifications worked. I still have yet to see it, but I'll take your word for it that it worked. Drive fast and take risks, and drive drunk, of course. Live fast, drive fast, leave a sexy corpse. There you go. Oh, so you were not, Amy, you were not streaming on PlayStation? You were doing PC OBS? Balatro? So you're also figuring out OBS and all that stuff too at the same time? Is that right? Honestly, I don't. Despite having played this game so many times, I never remember how many rupees the shield is. So I'm just gonna say 46 is enough. It can be a lot. I'm still figuring it out too. If you have questions, ask me because I'm probably asking the same questions at the same time. Uh, 40. Okay, that's what I thought, but I'm never sure. I always just grab a bunch of rupees and buy it when I can. Yeah, nothing. I appreciate that too, Tommy. I hopefully have the OBS side of things figured out. As I was saying earlier, I'm kind of amazed everything's working as well as it is. I half expect the stream to explode at any moment, and the fact that this is technically stream number 2 and nothing has exploded yet is nothing short of a miracle. I forgot to equip the shield. And I can't speed through the dialogue. I can't speed through it. It's so slow. Okay, all that just to tell me I forgot to equip my shield. Yeah, how are you, Tommy? Obviously, you're driving, so make sure to take your hands off the wheel at the most opportune time and let us know in chat how you're doing. Preferably while there's a lot of traffic around and you're speeding, so you can get into a nice car accident. Don't get into an accident. It's fine. Don't do that. But if you get the chance, I'm sure we'd all appreciate. Oh my god, I could actually skip that. Attaboy time. There you go. Rule: eyes on the road is for suckers. Alright, who's ready for... Anyone have popcorn? Who's ready for the movie? So, I think Thursdays are when I'm going to try to aim to keep streaming. And I'll slowly put together all the accoutrement for streaming, like a proper... I think I hit... No, that's good. Like, for those who were here before I actually switched to the game, like my start and end screen are literally just little doodles I put up for like a minute or two. Alpha Feta Thursdays. We'll workshop the name. Alpha Feta Thursdays is a bit much. We'll workshop that name. but I'm thinking Thursdays for now. If that works for other people. I work from home on Friday, so it's really convenient for me to do Thursdays, so I can, because I can stay up. Because frankly, no one wants to have meetings. I'll Thursday. We're getting closer. I'm getting closer. The seed of something good is there. You could raid me a bunch, Amy. Not if I don't raid you first. Checkmate. Let's start a stream just to raid you, and then start another stream. Yeah. That sounds rough, Tommy. Although, going to the trip to the mountain sounds pretty nice, though. Although, I don't like the 5 a.m. part. But a conservation trip to the mountain sounds fun, at least. I don't actually know too much of what you do, Tommy. But I know it has something to do with, like, animals and nature. So, since I don't know what you do, feel free to drop the name and location of your employer, Tommy, so we can all know exactly where you are. And so we can all call in and give you totally nice reviews. Totally. No, but really, I do know that you do something with nature and animals. It always seems pretty interesting. Yeah, also your IP address. And the pull out your credit card and the last 3 digits on there. Like, tell us those two. Your social security number. That as well. If you can think of any think of any answers to security questions you might have, feel free to drop those in the chat. Just really all the information about you. That way we can all become TGI Tommy. This blessed day. All of us. You had a pet named Sephiroth, Amy? That's simultaneously awesome and also like dorky in a great way. Was it like a cat or a dog? A goldfish. You like that when you blast the flamingo. That's adorable. Oh, I like that. Aw. Like I've seen like that kind of attachment or missing their owner in like cats and dogs, but I don't think I've ever heard of it in a goldfish. That's adorable. I like that. Aw. That's so sad though. We would wait for you to come home to eat? Again, that's endearing, but also kind of sad. Poor little guy's gotta eat. Oh, that's right. I can't tell. Yeah. Think. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, please. So I think I'm gonna go for just a little bit longer. I'm probably gonna, let's say I'm gonna finish the Deku Tree and then sit through the hour-long cutscene after that, and then I think I'll call it there for now. Um, I still technically have work tomorrow and technically things to set up for tomorrow. But hopefully future Thursdays won't be as busy with a following Friday. It's just right now at work we have a bunch of interns, so I have like a bunch of more work on my shoulders. So I'm helping mentor them. So this will be a bit of a shorter one as well, kind of like the first one. But hopefully I'll be able to do longer and longer as time goes on and things get less busy. But that being said, for future streams, if anyone has good suggestions on like times, let me know. I'm thinking Thursday. Pretty much once I get back from work, provided I don't fall asleep like I did today. It's all fair game. And I want to start, as I said, also doing full games, like full playthroughs. So I'll take suggestions on what works for people, schedule wise, and figure things out from there. If anyone has anything, I would if I could, Tommy. I would if I could. But I actually have a job that I gotta go into. I try not to go into. On Thursdays, I gotta go. On Fridays, no. So I could go till 12 p.m. That's fine by me. I just can't do 12. Oh, wait, you said 12 p.m. I can't. You know what? Sure, let's do that. 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. I'll stream at midnight. Nobody works on a Thursday. I wish that were true. I used to not have to go in on Thursdays. Now I do. I miss the full telework days, but those days are gone, sadly. Surely you wouldn't lie, right? Nobody works on a Thursday. Although, to be fair, I didn't really do much today either. I just sat in meetings most of the day. And we also had a work barbecue, so I used that excuse to not do much. But I still had to be there. Let me do that. I know how to move blocks, Navi. You don't need to tell me. Very, very slowly. I know. He's not as annoying as Spy was in the original Skyward Sword, but my goodness. And I don't think they toned her down for the 3DS release either. I completely missed. Yeah, it gets a lot. It's not quite as constant as Fee is, because Fee does it like the entire game constantly. At least Navi only does it for like the first couple sections of the game. Okay, this is hard to aim with the strike. There you go. Like, I don't mind them as characters, but oh my goodness. Excuse me? How is that missing? Throw me this Batman, how is that missing? How is that missing? How? Use you. Game? Is it a little higher? It's very hard to get precise aiming with these Joy-Con. Oh my god. Okay, there you go. That did not look like I should have been missing, but okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. And that looked like that missed. Yet it still hit. Amy, is your monitor on fire or something? Did you microwave your monitor? How many times I gotta say, don't put electronics in the microwave? Is this somehow Kyle's fault? And he's not even here to defend himself. Shame. Well, if Amy's play or if Amy and Kyle's place burns down, we know what to blame. Probably her GPU exploding or something. Either that or her other monitor just doesn't like me. That's cool too. Oh, it's the new monitor? It might be calibration then, honestly. A lot of monitors, you gotta do some calibrating when you first get them, because out of the box, they're not great. Yeah, man. Okay, some of it. Oh, Vivid. I don't get why that's a setting. Yeah, the Vivid is often like way too oversaturated, and it just like for some things it looks kind of cool, but like if you want anything that resembles realism, it's way too vibrant and saturated. It's crazy. I remember when HDR became a thing. I did a lot of research and a lot of background work on how HDR worked, just because it was relevant to what I was working on at the time. Um, and a key point I had to stress is that like HDR and all these like special uh, processing effects that make things look better actually might actually make your picture look more washed out and dull. And that's not because they don't work. That's just because a lot of the times the default settings on uh, a lot of times the default video settings are actually too oversaturated. So it looks good to the eye in some way, but it's like far from accurate. What? Forgot how the buttons work there for a second. Oh, well, I have never heard of. I don't think I've quite heard of your problem there, Amy. Please. Okay, that didn't work. Where'd you go? Oh my god, how do the buttons work? Hello? Hello? Okay, well. Okay, I'm not gonna answer all of those questions. But I work as so my job title is like a bunch of things put together because I work on like a bunch of various projects. I'm kind of like a jack of all trades at my job. Um, on paper, I am there we go, a physicist, a data scientist, and a statistician, kind of all rolled up into one. Um, in practice, I basically just do a bunch of R&D on various projects, ranging from statistical modeling, of course. I also do some machine learning, at least when it comes to statistical modeling as well. Um, some natural language processing. I did a little bit of voice to text modeling. I also do a little bit of quantum computing. I'm trying to make that more of a thing at my job. But as you can probably tell, it's like a bunch of odds and ends. Hence why I said like jack of all trades. I just kind of pick up projects that kind of need a person that can program, do math and theory on. So it's not like cut and dry what I do, but those are the kind of areas that I typically work in. I hope it's cool. In practice, it's not as cool as it sounds, but I hope it sounds cool. And yeah, I like statistics too. Um, I actually primarily focused on school in quantum mechanics. That's actually my strongest area. I'm primarily a physicist. I've done research in quantum when I was an undergrad. I did a thesis on quantum theory. So that's my strong suit. Which, for those of you who may or may not know, quantum mechanics has a very statistics heavy background. It's a lot like statistical mechanics in a way. It's very much like a marriage between physics and statistics. So statistics has always been something near and dear. Although I will not profess to be particularly good at the statistics part, but I'm good at the physics part. And that's kind of translated into a job that a lot of what I end up doing is statistics or stuff like that. Yeah, where I work, not gonna say. All I will say is public sector. That's about all I will say on that one. You're not hearing much game audio? Maybe I turned it down a little too much. Is that better? It shouldn't be from my... I did notice that at one point during Mario Golf, Luigi was being a little loud, so I turned it down a touch more. And I think I might have turned it down slightly too much. Yeah, okay, so it's not so much that the audio's coming from the game into the mic, it's just that I accidentally turned down a little too much when Luigi was floating in my face. Thanks for pointing that out, finally. I hadn't noticed that it was quite so low. So to me, it sounds fine, but obviously, I hear different things. And also let me know if it's too loud or still too quiet. This Joy-Con is down. I gotta charge it. It's a little quiet, but you tend to like it more that way. Okay. So long as you can still hear the game and it's not too loud, I think I'm gonna end soon anyway, so that's fine. But rip Deku Tree. And we must kill the Desert Man. Isn't that always the plot of Zelda? Kill the Desert Man, who is sometimes a pig. You would think after how many generations of Desert Man being evil. Sometimes it's Sky Demon. Sometimes it's Sky Demon, sometimes it's Tiny Wizard. But it's usually Desert Man. And you'd think at some point they would learn not to trust man from Desert. Because Desert Man somehow in the legends always is evil. Opera GX. I'm trying to remember. Isn't that a web browser? For Mac? I haven't heard of Opera GX in ages, to be honest. Okay, that's what it is. So, I always wondered, what does Link do with the fairy ocarina when he gets the Ocarina of Time? Does he just kind of like throw it in the trash? You never see it again. Amy, are you implying that he eats the ocarina? I mean, I guess it looks kind of good. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not gonna say it looks particularly appetizing, but maybe it looks... It looks kind of like a weird potato. I would think he would still keep it around as a memento, but like... I don't think you see it again. And then in like Majora's Mask, when you lose the Ocarina of Time, you don't have an ocarina at all. So like the whole intro to Majora's Mask centers around you not having an ocarina. But he only loses the Ocarina of Time, so does he just not have the old one anymore? Counterpoint. Okay, that's fair. Maybe that's the justification then? But you would think that like the game would at least maybe still give you an ocarina? I don't know. Thinking maybe this is definitely thinking about it too much. Either way, I'm gonna save it here. Today. Okay. Alright. I think I'm gonna call it here for now. I'm probably gonna try to stream next Thursday. But I'll let people know. Probably on Twitter like I normally do. If you don't see that, then just assume it's Thursday. Yeah, thanks for coming out, everyone. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do next Thursday. I'm trying to make all of these streams testing out something different. Um, so maybe I'll do like a PC game just because. Maybe I'll do something. Maybe I'll do like something like Binding of Isaac. Maybe I'll test that, or I'll just do more Switch. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I'm thinking next Thursday. I'll stream. Yeah, I'm glad you guys could all be around. I might also stream on the weekends, but definitely not next weekend. It's actually when AX is happening, and I'm gonna go to that. So if I do stream on weekends, it won't be this weekend, and it won't be next. But I might add it in like maybe a Sunday here or there, or Saturday. But I'm definitely thinking Thursday is gonna be a damn good trip. So I appreciate everyone for showing up. It's always nice to see you folks. And now that I'm streaming, it's nice. It's so weird to me being on this end of the stream for once and seeing all you guys in chat. It's like still surreal, but I'll get used to it. It's just kind of funny. Thursday stream crew. Yeah. I'm trying to see if there's anyone I want to raid. Because now that I can do that, I feel like I should do it. Let me see. Too many people? I don't think Kelta's streaming today. She streamed yesterday. And I think her schedule, she's working today. I think I'm just gonna leave it here. Maybe next time I'll find someone good to raid. But for now, I'm going to sign off. I appreciate everyone who shows up. I appreciate all the follows. I appreciate everyone who chats. Appreciate everyone who lurks. Appreciate everyone who's been here on this journey, this long overdue starting to stream journey. I think that's next week, Amy. I don't think she's starting this week. Amy, my child, thank you for showing up. I wish I had the ASCII Jar Jar ready to go, but I don't have that loaded right now. Otherwise, I would be throwing that at you in chat. But now that I know that you might be here, I'll have the ASCII Jar Jar ready to go for next time. But, thank you, everyone, again. I can't say it enough. I really appreciate everyone. It's always nice. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good weekend. If I don't see some of you over the weekend. She's streaming in like 2 minutes? Okay, well, I guess I'll kill time for 2 minutes. Hold on. Let me double check to make sure. Okay. Kill time with 2 minutes. What do I do? What do I have on this Switch? This is my old Switch. Uh, 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 what do I do? Zelda. Never mind. Can't do that. Calamari. Never mind. Can't do that. I have not played Sea of Stars. I think I just downloaded the demo, and I haven't actually played it yet. It's one of the things that's like long been on my list of things to look at, but I just have never gotten around to it. I hear good things though. This is my old Switch. This is the Switch I got back at launch. And I set it up to be like the streaming Switch. And then I moved all my other stuff to a different Switch that I have set up in my main room. So apparently not a lot of stuff is installed on this. Is Clubhouse installed? I at least do Clubhouse. I hear good things about Sea of Stars, and I might. What's going on here? Maybe I'll play it on stream at some point. Okay. Well, that's not gonna happen. What else is on the Switch that I can play? What can I play? That's really, really short. I don't know. Katamari didn't work, right? Fast RMX, can I play this? Son of a... I gotta update everything on this. Start software anyway. Have any of you heard of... Okay, this is gonna be loud, because this game is just loud. Oh my god, that's loud. Game is always way too loud. Okay, let me know when the volume... Okay, stop. Is the volume there at a good level? Yeah, so I was just gonna say, this is one of the spiritual successors to F-Zero. Kind of like Wipeout was, if you've ever played Wipeout on PlayStation. It was originally a Wii U game called Fast Racing Neo. And then it got ported to Switch with the DLC packed in, and it's Fast Racing RMX, which is the version you see here. It's a really fun game that has a color changing. Where's the chip that I normally use? I don't know what I normally use. So the whole shtick is it's kind of like F-Zero, but it has this color change mechanic where you switch between orange and blue, as you can see on screen. So like there are booster pads and jump pads that are color coded, and you can only use them if you're the correct color. And if you're not the correct color, you'll get like spun out or something like that. And it's just a simple button press to change colors, but like there are times where F-Zero meets Ikaru. I think that sounds about right. It's a really cool game. It was a launch game for Switch, so it's a little old by now, but it's fun. I would definitely recommend it if you want to like play something like F-Zero. Like, it is of course very fast. It is also very hard. As you can probably tell, I'm not very good at it. Yes, Amy, the Wipeout series. I actually really like the Wipeout series. I didn't know they were on PC. I've only played them on PlayStation. But I've been a big fan of the Wipeout series for a long time. I love those games. I don't think they make them anymore, because I think the studio that makes them is defunct. Which is unfortunate, because those games are always so good. But this is very much in the same veins as Wipeout. It was very much inspired by Wipeout and F-Zero. Ow. Okay, I died. But I don't think it was all the same people, but I think it was some of the same guys. I looked at chat and now I'm off the edge. Okay. I did not know that Wipeout is actually on PC. Okay, I am hitting everything. Don't let me being bad at this game deter you. It is a very fun game. It's a bit of a learning curve. Oh my god, I'm hitting everything. I don't even know what I hit there, but I hit something. I would say I'm rusty, which is true, but also I would also say I was never particularly fantastic at this game. It's just fun either way. What the self can't land on it. But, oh my god. Okay. Now I'm just embarrassed. Definitely recommend this game, though. It is very, very fun. And it actually looks really good on Switch, too. Like, I'm not sure how well, like, the capture and all that stuff shows it off. But it also is pretty impressive looking for Switch. I think I got last place, but that's okay. Nope, somehow I wasn't in last. Can recommend. Back when the Switch first came out, this and Puyo Puyo Tetris and were the basically non-Breath of the Wild games the only non-Breath of the Wild games I played. It is so good, also very hard though. Okay. Alright, that's enough of me embarrassing myself. You didn't see anything. You saw nothing. I am good at the game, trust. Alright, so now I'm now I'm gonna end it because now we have actual raid target. So let me refresh just to see because there's no live on my screen yet. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm pretty sure most of the people in here know Kelsey anyway, so I don't think I need to do an introduction, but everyone go say hi to Kelsey. Spam whatever you want, so long as it doesn't embarrass me. I don't know. Everyone go say hi to Kelsey. She's doing Kingdom Hearts. Everyone loves Kingdom Hearts. No one understands it. Have a good night, y'all. I'll be in Kelsey's chat, so I'll can still chat there. But everyone, take care. Have a good weekend. If I don't see you guys before the weekend's over, uh, probably catch you and Tommy stream on Tuesday. Otherwise, I'm gonna try to make it to that. If he is streaming on Tuesday, Tommy, looking at you. If you're still here. And have a good night, y'all. All right. I'm gonna remember. Wait, I have an end screen, which is also just doodled. So, cow end screen. Wait, that's the starting screen. Okay, there you go. End screen. All right. We might not see you in streams then. Oh, okay. Have a good vacation, you guys. Take care, everyone. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you all. Have a good night.
Dangerous out there. Don't wander off. Okay. Hi. Oh, hey, thank you, Alpha. I didn't know you were streaming. Oh my god. Okay. You should totally let me know next time. I want to catch it. Oh my gosh. Thank you. You just started? Oh, cool. Congrats. I hope it went well. This was the second stream ever. Oh, okay, okay. How'd it go? How'd it go? Sooner or later, the Heartless will find you. You'd better prepare yourself. Prepare myself to fight for your life. Are you ready? Okay, cool. Yuffie, let's go join Girl. She should be there by now with the other visitors. Leon! Sorry, I'm allergic to saying Aerith. You just testing some Switch stuff? Your setup is a work in progress. And I mean, that's how it goes when you start, I think. My setup is also still kind of scuffed. You should see my desktop. It's awful. Don't bother with the small fry. Find the leader. Let's go. I don't remember how to play this game. It went very well. I'm glad.